So to calibrate these Lemken planters, before we start, we're just gonna come up here to the base of the meters. We're gonna undo this little shield right there. This is just before we get in the tractor. We're just gonna open up these little gates right here. We're gonna flip them open, and then we can get in the tractor and run the calibration. So that's just opening up the seed. So instead of it pushing it out into the tubes, it's just gonna drop it straight down. We're gonna do this without the blower on. We don't want the blower to blow the seed. So to start, we're gonna come in here, we're going to click the meter page. Okay, so this is the meter page. This is everything that, how to set your seed, calibrate it. So just to start, that number 1 is the seed size. And hold on, let me shut this door. That's number 1 is the seed size that we use for our 3-way. In the book, it's got a little page about what that means and what 2 and 3 and 4 are. Anyways, we just run number 1. Oh, you really can't see that, can you? There we go. The next box, number 2, that's the rate that we want to plant. That's in kilograms per hectare. And so what we have to do is convert it. We convert it, and I'll show you that here. The next thing it'll do is a little auto load. It'll load up the meters, get the seed rolling through there. And then the 4th one is the actual calibration check. So it runs the meters, puts seed through there, and then you weigh that. So then at the next part, number 5, that's how many times it rotated or whatever. I really don't understand number 5, what it is that it's doing. I just know how to make it work. Number 6, that's where we input how much the seed that it put out weighs. And then, yeah, so we're just gonna jump right in and do it. So the first you start, you hit this little green number 1. It's gonna start it, say, hey, is not number 1, is that what you want to do? Yes, that's what we want. So we're gonna click number 2. Remember number 2, right now we're at 136. See, so I'm gonna click on that because I want to change it. We're gonna up it here, if it'll let me. Okay, so then my screen pops up. Now, this is our little conversion that we do. So pounds per acre times 1.136 is our kilograms per hectare. That's the equal. So I'm gonna say that we want to plant 130 pounds per acre. I times that by 1.136, and that gives us 148 kilograms per hectare. So this is where I input that seed rate. I say 148. I enter that. It's like, okay. So now we've got the rate that we want to plant at. It's sitting there. Now we're gonna auto load the meters. So they run for 20 seconds. And they're just gonna drop seed flat on the ground, because I don't have my tray down there. And if my window wasn't so dirty, you can see it. You can see it kind of dropping out there at the bottom. Okay, so now it's done. It's ready to move on to number 4. And I actually think you can change how long these will run, and I'd like them a little bit shorter if we could. Because the 45 seconds puts out a lot of seed, and sometimes it falls off the tray, and then I have to kind of guess. So if you could shorten that down, that'd be sweet. I don't know, see if you can figure that out. Anyways, now you're ready to get out of the tractor. You come back here where the meters are at. And I'm just gonna clean this little tray off. Now you've got our seed tray here. This is the certified Lemken special. Okay. So you sit this on there. It has like a little knob. You put that knob in the little track right through here. Oh, forgot. Got the closing to put that in there. So I just shut the gates to slide this tray in. now that tray just sits right underneath them. Tray's sitting there, and now you can open up these doors. Okay. So now the tray's back in there. We're gonna go run the actual test. So I'm gonna click number 4. Now it's turning the meters, and we're just dropping that seed flat on the ground. And it's gonna do it for 40 seconds. So now the next step after this is done is you're gonna take that seed tray and you're gonna weigh it. See how much seed was on there, and it weighs in grams. And so, well, I don't know what your scale will weigh in, but you have to input it on the screen here in grams. So you can convert it, if it's in pounds or whatever, you can convert it back to grams just with Google or whatever. And make sure that you zero out your scale before with the tray, because the tray's got to weigh it, and you don't want to weigh the tray, you just want to weigh the seed that's in there. Okay, and I don't have my scale, so I'm not going to do it. So now that the calibration, that the actual seed is done, you would click this screen, this number 6, if I can make it work. Piece of junk. It would pop up like this, and I can't remember. It's like right around 8,000 grams. Or something right there, I don't know. Okay, and then, so you would actually input the exact number, and then it would figure it out, calculate it. So this is your final, like, these are results you got. That's your seed size, this is how much you're trying to plant. This is like how much, that's like a number for the Lemken to understand, for it to plant the right thing. And then this is the minimum speed and your maximum speed. So yeah, if you just do that, then you can plant your grain at whatever. And I was never able to find a place to just change the seed rate. And so I had to run through this process every time I want to change my rate. So if you could find a way to change your rate, that'd be sweet, so you don't have to do this process every time. But all in all, it's pretty quick, it's pretty accurate. And then if you spill, a lot of times that grain tray will be just packed, and you'll spill some off the sides. And so what I was told is just to add 10, 20, 50 grams of seed, whatever you think you lost off the tray, onto your number that you're inputting into their seed rate. So that's how you calibrate these things. When I first got it, there was no videos on YouTube or nothing, and I had no clue how to do it. Said I would make my own when I'm done. So